What began as an experiment to bring my 11-year-old daughter into my business has evolved into Our Young Creators, a podcast, a training center, and a movement dedicated to equipping kids with real-world marketable skills so that they can fund their own brighter futures. We're here to inspire you to turn consumption time on devices into creation time and use technology as a tool to bond and not bicker with your kids. Join us each week as we share the inner workings of our partnership and bring you stories from guests of all ages and from all walks of life on our quest to nurture and to celebrate our young creators. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you're tuning in live, catching the replay, or listening on the podcast. It's Tuesday, and we are starting a new series here on the podcast all about taking action, but not just any kind of action, taking inspired action. Recently, I joined a membership group with my good friend Deb LaFlamme called The Inspired Marketer. So this word inspiration, inspired, is definitely top of mind. Now today, we're going to dive into something about living life in the fast lane. Now before we get there, if this is your first time joining us live, watching the replay, or listening on the podcast, welcome! I am so glad you found us. My name is Yang Pratt. I am a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer, podcaster, and author right here at Our Young Creators. Now here at OYC, we love helping people to harness the power of technology, to share their voices, to make a bigger impact, and really to turn consumption time on devices into creation time. Now, if you are joining me here live, I would love for you to say hello and let me know where you are tuning in from today. Now, over the past couple of weeks, we've really been talking about staying in our own lanes, not getting stuck in traffic, and definitely not getting stuck on comparison island. Now, if you missed any of those previous episodes, I will definitely leave the links down below, and I invite you to enjoy those at your convenience. So today's lesson is all about really sort of capturing all of these ideas and talking about living life in the fast lane. Now, there's lots of different interpretations we could take with living life in the fast lane. The first thing I want to draw your attention to is something that I remember as a child. Now, when I would go with my mom anywhere, whether it be the grocery store or to our friends' houses, there was always some sort of remark about how quickly we were growing up and how fast and how soon we were going to be leaving the nest. And, it was funny because I heard it over and over again as a kid, and I thought it was sort of an odd comment. Did you ever hear your parents say that, or your parents' friends say that? Oh, they're growing up too fast and life is passing by so quickly. And now that I am a mom, it's interesting because I catch myself having that conversation and saying those very words to the people that I interact with that live locally or when we go visit family. That's definitely always a topic of conversation. How life is just speeding by very quickly. These kids are growing up, and we can measure how much time we've spent apart by how big or how old our kids get. So that's one way of living life in the fast lane. I feel like as my kids get older, each year passes by more quickly. And so I have to remember to be grateful for each of those moments. They may not all be glamorous. However, each moment that we're having has a lesson to teach us, and it has a moment for us to stop and be grateful that we even get to have that moment, no matter what it is. Now, a few weekends ago, I shared with you that I graduated my first 8 students from our podcast in a weekend class. 8 people entered the class on a Friday, and 8 people graduated Sunday evening. We actually had our celebration on Monday because it was a holiday weekend. It was really an amazing time to take these wonderful ladies who I have been introducing to you right here on this page and on the podcast, letting you know about all of the amazingness they are creating and putting out into the world. And tomorrow, dependent on my guest's feelings tomorrow, she's ill today, so hopefully by tomorrow she'll be ready to rock and roll with us and share her podcasting story with us. But I wanted to talk about life in terms of living in the fast lane, because since that weekend, I feel like my life is sort of in hyperspeed or hyperdrive. Everything is going by so quickly, and whole days go by, and I just sit back and wonder what happened to the day sometimes, because so many things happened, so many interactions happened, and I feel like I'm just moving along at this very, very fast clip, and I forget to, again, stop, take a breath, and reflect on what's been happening, and also to be grateful. So as you're going about your day today, I have a bit of a challenge for you. Now, if you listen to our Alexa briefing, the daily mini show that happens over on Amazon's platform, you'll know that I often give challenges to my listeners. So I'm bringing this idea of a challenge to you today. And today, since we're all about taking inspired action, what is one thing that you could do today to take inspired action to get you to the next step? And how are you going to document that step? Because one thing that I've discovered about myself and in talking to other entrepreneurs, it definitely is a consistent theme that we're all really good about setting goals and accomplishing goals, but we don't always take the time to celebrate our wins and document the process. So as you go about your day today, no matter what day you're listening on, I want you just to stop, take a moment, think about the action you're taking, think about that end goal you want to get to, and then celebrate in a big way those wins. If your celebration means you send me a message right here on Facebook or even over on Instagram and let me know what you're celebrating, I would love to acknowledge you and to celebrate those wins with you, because we all need those people in our lives that are going to be cheering us on no matter what. Sometimes there are ups, sometimes there are down, and these cheerleaders in our lives are always rooting for us. They're always there to give us positive affirmation or to help move us in the proper direction. So on this Take Inspired Action Tuesday, again, my challenge for you is to think about the action that you're taking right now. Take a moment to celebrate it and document it. Share it with me if you like. And then really just think about what that next step is as you're living life in the fast lane and things are going by so quickly. Just to stop and remember to be grateful for these experiences. Now, whether you view them as problems or opportunities or challenges, no matter how you interpret what is happening to you on a daily basis, just know that whatever it is not permanent. Everything is figure-outable and everything is fixable. We just need to stop sometimes and step away from what we are doing in order to move us to that next step. So my friends, I invite you to leave me any comments down below this video, or as soon as this video is complete, it'll be over on our website, OurYoungCreators.com. Just click on the blog page and you will find this video along with all of our daily shows that live over on Amazon and all of the episodes of the podcast. Okay, my friends, I wish you a fantastic day. Live your life in the fast lane. Just don't forget to stop and celebrate your wins and be grateful for all the opportunities that are coming your way. I wish you an amazing day. Cheers, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. If you have a takeaway from today's episode, I would love to hear about it. Head on over to Instagram and tag me at Our Young Creators or send me a direct message right there. Until next time, my friends, I wish you the most amazing day. Cheers.